Okay, let's get things started. I'm going to put the recording on. Okie dokie smoky. Welcome to our 11/11 portal event. I'm so happy that everyone's here. And thank you for your patience as we want to broadcast this out because our Zoom is actually maxed out. So really happy everyone's here. Hello, hello, LA, Virginia, India. So amazing that you guys are here. Today is a very beautiful and synchronistic day, 11/11. There you go. Happy 11/11 at 11/11. Woohoo! And of course, we have to start this time. If you watch my videos, you will know that sometimes people of the, normal world will tell us it's just a normal day. You're overthinking it, you're making it a big deal. But for those of us who are intuitive, for those of us who can feel, for those of us who are empathic, for those of us who understand that there's something more to life than just what the, five senses can experience, we know that today is a big day, right? So anyone else who kind of feel a surge of energy, a vortex of energy around them, who's been feeling a lot of identity shifting, who's been feeling a lot of changes happening, who's feeling like our world is about to literally shift into, I don't know, another planet or something, okay? Give me a yes, give me a me, give me a how are you feeling in the chat, okay? And hello to everyone else who's here with us on YouTube, on Zoom, because our Zoom is maxed out. So I will put it on YouTube for you guys. All right. Yeah, I love you guys. Crazy vivid dreams. So I'm here to tell you that you're not crazy. What we're going to be experiencing today is a couple of things. One, you are going to experience what it feels like to be in absolute alignment with your power, with the divine you that you know that you're here to be. Second thing, you're going to experience a powerful energy activation, like the title of this event, energy activation, on the 11/11 portal. And I'm going to share with you how you can do it. I'm going to take you through a very powerful process. We're going to go into the quantum. Okay. And even before that, we're going to have a very powerful conversation and discussion as a conscious community, as a spiritual community, as individuals who know that they are a part of this new earth consciousness. Yes? So who's here knows that they are a part of this new wave of movement? Who here knows that they've been preparing for a whole new paradigm shift? Who here knows and feels that we're about to step into something beyond our imagination? Okay. Yeah. I'm seeing me, Lindsay, Leanne, Born for This, Law, Dean, Mindy. Yeah, see a lot of you guys. Okay, let's get the show started. For those of you who are here, who are new, who are watching this, my name is Tina Wong. And I think I'll leave it as that. Maybe I'll share a little bit more about what I help people with. I help people go through the processes that they're meant to go through. What I ultimately help people with is remembering their true divine essence. And what you're going to be experiencing here today is remembrance of that. Okay. Beyond, what I do, coaching, mentoring, also an artist, I'm a creator. More than anything like that, I am. Okay. And that's what I want to bring forth to our transmission here today. Beyond what you define yourself as, beyond what you think you do, beyond what you put under your Instagram bio, you are. Who's here with me? Who understands this? Okay, you are a divine being without, all these names, rules, identity. Beyond all the flesh and bones, you are. So the two words that I'm going to, give to you to integrate further and further in today is the I am. The 1111 portal is alignment. Okay, it's like the 11 is one column. The other one is another column, and it's creating this portal for you to go into the divine you, and the divine you to integrate and becoming you. And the energy and the frequency of the one is the all that is. Okay? For those of you who attended my 1010 portal energy activation, give me a 1010 if you were there. I talked a lot about the energy of the one and the zero, and how interesting it is when we understand the energy of oneness, right? And how oneness actually feels like the number of zero. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, we have Marco, Dee, Eva, right? The number one, when we talk about oneness, all of a sudden, it doesn't feel like a straight line anymore. You know what I mean? When you're talking about the energy of one and oneness, it's actually the energy of the circle. It's actually the energy of the completion. It's actually the energy of the zero. Is it interesting, right? And what is the zero? The zero is wholeness. The zero is completion. And the zero is all that is. Who feels me, right? So this 1111 portal, you can look at it in one way. You can look at it as straight, align, okay? Alignment of who you are, the life you get to have, what God says, what divine says, what angel says, what the universe says, what the higher you says that you get to have in this life. Because a lot of us, we be kidding with ourselves. We be lying to ourselves. We be pushing our dreams and goals down and saying, maybe tomorrow I'll live my best life. Maybe the life that I want is just a fantasy, but isn't everything. If you really believe that you are a creator of this life, then you will believe that you have the power to create. Tom says, a bird just flew into my window. Okay, wow. We're getting signs and symbols today. I mean, I hope the bird is okay. Is it okay? Yeah, okay. I think the bird is like, what is reality? Yeah, but I hope it's okay. Yeah, I know. I was thinking that too. I'm like, is it closed or is it open? I was like, oh yay, it's a sign. I'm like, oh my God, it's a bird, okay. And the thing here is when you can also look at the 1111 as a big portal, which it will be. Okay. When you're taking all the pieces of the one, okay, I want you to imagine putting it together is creating a portal. What we're gonna do, okay, at the end of this session, we're going to put together and stitch together all the ones and make a portal and make a gateway in which we are going to go through collectively, okay, in which we are going to shift collectively. So for that, it will require you and your focus of attention and your heart portal being in its true place, because we can only shift through our heart portal. All right. All right. So with that being said, I hope you guys have your water nearby. I hope you guys have your notebook nearby, because what happened is as I'm going to bring through these codes for you, you're going to start seeing symbols. You're going to get some messages. You might feel called to write something down. And the thing with these divine downloads is that it can literally disappear from your mind the second after. Okay, so that's why I always encourage to have a pen nearby, have a notebook nearby, whatever comes through, how ridiculous it is come through, maybe it's a word, maybe you feel called to draw something during this session, knowing that all of this is very sacred, divine downloads. Okay, so if you have the urge to write something, don't be like, oh, maybe it's not important. Write it down. Write it down. Okay, and have water is because our system is going through a lot of upgrades right now. I know for me, I don't know anyone else here. I literally couldn't sleep last night. I don't know if anyone had trouble sleeping. But I think I barely got a few hours in, and I felt all these energies of, my system upgrading, and water is going to help us with that process. Okay, so good purified water needed. Okay. And for those of you who are in the chat here with us on YouTube, saying hi to my YouTube family. If you know someone who isn't able to get in, please send them this link, because we are maxed out. Okay, so let's get the alignment aligned. Everyone, if you're here with me, relaxing your shoulders, sitting up straight, but relaxed. Be here now. And I want to let you know that I'm not here for any other purpose than I'm meant to be here. And you're not here for any other purpose other than your soul, your spirit knows that you're meant to be here. But we have to know that our spirit operates from a very high intelligence and wisdom that is beyond a human comprehension. And for us to get the most out of this frequency, this energy, this portal is our focus of attention. So if you're not here now, you're not anywhere. Okay? So be here now for the next maybe hour or hour and a half with me. And if you feel called to be here, then be here. If you don't, then don't. Okay? But if you're here, what I'm going to invite you is to just sit up straight, relax, slow down, kind of feeling like a shift of energy, like zzz, align. Okay? Whatever you're focusing on right now, just kind of come back into center. If you need to turn off a cell phone, a notification bell, closing down the door, putting that music away or whatever, do that now. Whatever we focus on expands. Whatever we focus on becomes a reality. We focus on the red cars, the more red cars we see. And we ask, where are the green cars? Well, I wasn't focused on that. So if you're here and you're serious about transformation, if you're here and you're serious about quantum leaping your life into the true reality, if you're here because you know you're meant to experience the life you're meant to experience, do yourself a favor, not for me. I don't, it doesn't matter. It's not going to change my life or affect my life in any way. If my presence is not here, okay? Your presence is not here. So allowing yourself to be here now for yourself, for your highest alignment, taking this sacred moment to say to yourself, I choose to be here now. I honor this present moment. I know all magic and miracles happens now. I know that I'm always in divine alignment. And I know divine timing is always on my side because I am here now. In this present moment is all that is. 1111. I am here now. Relax. You can close your eyes at this point if you like. Taking a deep breath in with me through your nose. And a deep breath out through your mouth, gentle. And again, in through your nose. And out through your mouth. And again, in through your nose, deeply, fully, completely. Out through your mouth. Just allowing yourself to be in this perfection of peace and harmony. Being one with all that is. I like you to feel yourself beyond the self. Feel yourself as the air around you, as the space around you, as all the spaces that occupy this earth, this universe, this galaxy. Feeling yourself to be your spirit, your infinite form. Feeling yourself to be all that is. The tree. I am one with the trees. I am one with the birds. I am one with the bees. I am one with nature. I am one with all that is. I live in a harmonious world. I live in a peaceful world. I live in the world I create. Feeling the silence expanding as the peace expanding. Gently allowing any chaos to dissipate as you're creating room for absolute alignment on the 1111 portal. And knowing that there's no one else you need to be in this moment other than all that is. Because from the place of all that is, remembering itself as all that is, you remember your source of power. You remember the God essence within you. You remember your truth. In this moment of pure potential and creation, knowing that any thought, any intention is going to be a seed. Anytime you focus your attention on something, you're putting water and sunlight and allowing that seed to grow. So be intentional about what thoughts you bring to your beautiful mind, what feelings you bring up to your beautiful heart. So I want to invite you now in the portal of perfect alignment of the 1111. Release and let go of any feelings of doubt, sadness, resentments, hatred, anger, complaining, victim. Releasing these densities as they will take you higher, as you naturally feel lighter when you let them go. So I'd like you to just imagine the layers of your heart peeling away in a way as you're letting resentment go, letting unforgiveness go, letting hatred go, letting wallowing in the past go, letting go of feeling bad for yourself because of your circumstances go, letting it all go, layer by layer, breath by breath, feeling lighter, freer, more expanded, more powerful, more light. Feel all these energies leaving your body, maybe in a cloud of smoke, maybe evaporating in some color smoke. Whatever it is, use your imagination, letting it go. Shh. And now I want to invite you to call in the highest of alignment. So you can imagine right now a beautiful wand going down and down from the crown chakra down into all your points of energies, bringing you into perfect alignment of the divine essence that you are, the identities that you're here to play for the highest good of all, the person that you know that you're here to become, a being of love, a being of shining light, a being of radiance and wholeness, a being of pure compassion and kindness, a being of higher love and absolute peace. Feel yourself to be all of which you are meant to be. Knowing that this is an activation for the deep parts of you that know you are meant to be here. You are meant to transcend the fear, the doubt, the densities, and be one with the light. Be one with lightness. Be one with source. Be one with all that is. Bringing up to your heart now and your whole body the feeling of joy, the joy of being and becoming all of you. The joy of being alive and experiencing this life. The joy of knowing your truth, that you are an infinite spirit. And the joy of being in this human form, experiencing all the silly things of life that makes you laugh, that makes you cry, that makes you lose your shit sometimes. But it's part of life. It's part of why we're here. So remind yourself now that you're here to experience not random things, but the things that are meant to take you higher and closer to all of who you are. So intentionally choose now the life you get to have, beginning with, I choose to have a good life. Repeat after me. I choose to have a good life. I choose to live a really, really good life. I choose to live a really, really good life. I choose to live a life that is mine, that is on my terms, that is in my alignment. I choose to be in my highest and truest alignment now. Shh. Feeling this being integrated in your system, taking a deep breath in gratitude, taking a deep breath out, anchoring it in your deepest heart, deepest system. And when you are ready, open your eyes and come back. All right, so let me know how everyone's feeling. What we just experienced now is an opening, okay? We haven't gone through the portal yet, but we have started opening the portal in your system, in your body, in your heart, in your energy field. Let me know what you feel. Let me know what comes up for you. Let me know what stood out. Joy, I love that. Light like a feather, goosebump, and extreme calm, I love that. This is very important because I want to point out that how you're able to shift state, okay? Has something changed, you know, like physically in your circumstance or whatever? Maybe, maybe not. But do you see the power when we go within, right? Do you see the power when we go within and take charge of saying, I am a being of love, I am a being of light, I am a being of peace, I am a being of joy, and nothing freaking matters on the outside world that is going to take that away from me. Do you see that? That is how you change the outside. Because the truth of it all is your inner world creates your outer world. Okay, you hear this all the time. And if you've been in any of my teachings, I always say, never take things as cute sayings, but actual instructions. Okay? Wisdom is there for you as clear, cut instructions. It's not a cute saying. It's not something, oh, let's just repost on our Instagram story and call it a day. It's something for us to understand these are the codes for us to live a miraculous life. There are people out there Googling, searching, YouTubing, manifestation, law of attraction, law of assumption, how to manifest this, how to blah, blah, blah. But and then there are the same people who's like, why is it not working? Why is it not here yet? And I feel bad for myself. Because there is a part of you, I'll tell you why it's a struggle. It's a struggle because there are parts of you that still hasn't anchored in the truth, the belief that your inner world creates your outer world. And your outer world is a shadow of what is going on within. Okay? Your outer world, it is kind of like that. Sometimes it can look at it, an illusion, but sometimes it gives a negative connotation. But what it is just like a reflection, right? A projection of what's inside. So I ask you, what movie are you playing inside? What thoughts and beliefs that you hold so close, so silent in your head that you think no one's going to know? No one's going to know if I touch them. No one's going to know that I think I'm hideous and fat and ugly. No one's going to know that. Just myself and I. Not true. Every thought you hold has a vibration. Everything is an affirmation. Okay? Affirmation is not like a cute, practice that we do. And then, we go on about our day doing crazy stuff. No. Affirmation is something that you are affirming to be true without even the word. And think about the word affirmation. Okay? You are affirming, okay? You are anchoring in your identity. And how does that work? It works through your thought. It works through your feelings and emotions and state of being. It works through how you view yourself, the words you say about yourself, about others. That creates the world that you live in. So it's not just about, oh, I think I'm a good person, but why is this world like so crazy? Maybe there are parts of you that believe that you live in a crazy world. What if we change that belief? Okay. And why I'm bringing this up, this is very important because we are moving into a very big shift in our world. Okay, who knows what I'm talking about? November 19th, anyone? Does that ring a bell? Right? Pluto is going in Aquarius. As you know, we're living in the age of Aquarius now as we're seeing, all sorts of stuff about technology, AIs, the hidden stuff, UFO, aliens, okay, you name it, right? Like it just, spirituality used to be a hush-hush thing, okay? I burn you, at the stake if you talk about certain things, but now it's literally everywhere. You find it at your local bookstore, you find it everywhere, like this, everywhere, basically, right? Crystals, tarot cards used to be something that's like, oh my gosh, right? Now it's like, it's everywhere. Why? We're living in a time where consciousness is expanding more than ever. We're living in a time where things are going to get weirder and weirder and weirder. As Pluto, the underworld, the ruler of the underworld, okay, the mysticism, the stuff that we don't want to talk about, but it's underneath the surface. Any Scorpios here? Anyone who has Scorpio in their chart, they will know what I'm talking about. The energy of that, okay, kind of mystical world going into the sign of Aquarius, which is the change maker of the world. What you're going to see is that our world is going to change in ways. I cannot generalize it because it's going to be different for everyone, because every one of you think that we live in the same world. We're not. We live in our own bubble of reality. Okay, just like certain things like pandemic and stuff like that, it affects everyone's differently. There are people who literally family members are fine, nothing happened, they travel and they just live their life normally. And there's some people who experience really, death and all of these things and lockdowns, stuff like that. So an example of people have very different realities, even if we think we live in the same world. It's all based on our focus of attention. Okay. So why this is important on the 1111 portal? Because if you remember, I asked you for your focus of attention right now, right here. This is the most important thing I want you to practice. In the world of today, everyone will want your energy, will want your attention. True or true? Advertisement used to be, oh my gosh, on the billboards, on the TV, on the newspaper, on the magazine, and like that's it. Now, advertisements are everywhere. On people's t-shirt, right? On the phone, on the digital screens. When you open Instagram, when you open like, I don't know, even Telegram, they have ads on there now or something, right? It's like ads are literally everywhere. You're bombarded with people wanting your attention. So we are living in a world where information is becoming overload. Who feels this? Okay, give me a yes, me, if you feel this. So many information. Yeah, right? So many things coming at us. This is why it is getting more normal, sadly, for many of us to feel overwhelmed. Oh, how about that? Anyone familiar with that word? Anyone familiar with that feeling? Overwhelmed. I can tell you now that stress and overwhelm doesn't have a place in your life. It's not going to help you. It's not going to serve you. But until you decide that, until you grow a tolerance that I don't have a tolerance for this kind of crap in my life, I unsubscribe, I don't agree, I say no to being a busy person doing absolutely nothing. And I'll tell you this, how many of you guys feel like your day is just like go and you just being so distracted all the time and just so busy? But I don't know what we're busy doing. We're busy going back and forth. We're busy scrolling. We're busy just being on Instagram looking at cat videos. We're just being busy doing like looking at our posts and replaying our posts. Okay, who does that, right? In secret, right? Who's like, oh, let me just look how many likes I have. Oh, 1 minute ago. Okay, 1 minute now. Let me look at how many people. Refresh, refresh, refresh. It's like we're craving for a high or something. You know what I'm saying? We're craving for something that is outside of us that gives us life. But we don't realize the things that we focus on, these things that you chose to focus your attention on instead of working on yourself, instead of focusing on creating your own world. It's robbing your attention. It's robbing your energy. It's robbing your truth. So what now? We're coming to a time And the reason why we're having this discussion here today is we need to make a choice. Yes? We need to make a choice. What kind of world do you want to live in? I ask this question every portal event. I'll ask you again. What kind of world do you want to live in? Better yet, what kind of world do you choose to live in? Take a moment right now, write it down, share it in the comments. Let us know what it is that you are ready for. What kind of world do you choose to live in? If it were completely up to you, okay, you are the creator of your world. You're not doing it to, for show. You don't win an award if you have the best answer. This was true for you. And I want you to look at the answers. Look at what other people are writing. After you write, okay? No, after you write. Hi, Irene. I see you here. Peace, loving, fun world, Leanne. BLE. I choose to live in a world where I am in complete alignment with my higher self. I love that. I choose to live in a world of abundance, love, and peace. Yeah. Ken is saying, I'm ready to live in my highest timeline. What does that look like, Ken? Jerome is saying abundance for all. Oh, Jerome, I love that. Kay, I choose to live in a kind, empathic, and loving world. Yeah. Hi, Jenny, I see you're here. It's about love, abundance, peace, equality, expansion, freedom. I love that. I choose to live within the heavenly vibrations of peace, light, and bliss. And I want you to just kind of go through it, okay? See the people in the chat, see what they're writing. And I want you to think for a second, or reflect rather. The vibrations of what we truly want and the vibrations of the world we currently live in. How crazy? Do you feel like there's a difference, right? So why is that? It's because a part of you doesn't believe or all in with the world you say that you wish to be in, because everything is within you, okay? Feeling peace, feeling abundant, feeling love, feeling empathic, feeling light, whatever, all the things you wrote. If you recall when we did our meditation and opening the portal at the beginning, we felt all of that, right? We felt all of that. So what does it tell you about yourself and your power and your ability? What does it tell you about world creation and reality shifting? Yeah. We cannot look outside and ask why the world hasn't changed yet. Because the outside is a reflection, the outside is a shadow, the outside is the waves that our boat makes, okay, that leaves behind, the wake, okay? You cannot be like, oh, how come there's the wake? Well, because the boat is going that way, right? You are the boat, okay? You go the way and then the waves will follow. So what is it saying now? Maybe you haven't spent enough time within in creator mode, okay? But then if you tell me, hey, Tina, I do my meditation every morning, my 10-minute of power meditation, maybe it's not about meditation. Maybe it's about being and knowing that you have the power all along. And maybe it's a practice of transformation mastery. And I remember the first coaching container that I've ever opened years ago. Some of you guys are in it. I know Tom's in it. True Transformation Mastery. I still remember that program I ran, 7-week. True Transformation Mastery. That's what it is. Are you a master of true transformation? When you decide that you are a master at creating your world, things happen very effortlessly because you understand how reality works. You're no longer looking outside and crying and feeling bad for yourself. You are looking within and understand, why am I manifesting this? What is in me that is creating this situation for my highest good? How can I interpret these events? And even better, what if I don't even care about these events right now? And asking myself, what do I really, really want? This is important, okay? And why is the key for you? Because we're all here. We're all here because we want to live a good life. We're all here because we want to see the world shifting in the way that is aligning to us and not, being caught up in the chaos and craziness. You are here because I know there's a part of you that knows that the power is within you, and you know this. And you're sick and tired of feeling powerless. You're sick and tired of feeling confused. You're sick and tired of doubting yourself and your power and your ability and what you get to have, right? Who's here sick and tired of that? The point that you will need to reach is I've had enough. I've had it, Tina. I've had it. I throw in the towel. I don't choose this crap anymore. It's not for me. The point that I want you to reach is enough is enough. I want to write this down. Enough is enough. What are you? Enough is enough on. In other words, what do you no longer have tolerance for? And I want you to get clear. Why? It's because that emotion of like, I've had it, okay? It's a very powerful release and boundaries and putting your foot down that will create the courage to change, okay? If you're like, yeah, I'll leave the door open a little bit. It's fine. People can walk over me sometimes, not all the time. You're having tolerance for it. That's why it keeps on happening. Okay? People don't walk over me because I don't have tolerance for that. But I used to. I used to have tolerance for people walking over me. I used to have tolerance for people interrupting me every time I speak. I used to have tolerance for people telling me what to do with my life because I was not standing firm in what I've had enough of. And what this 1111 portal is about the four legs of a chair, the four legs of a table, okay? The four columns of a building, the foundation. And I want you to tap into the frequency and the energy of the firmness of who you are. So tap into that now. Are you some kind of I think about like the car dealership, and then there's the, what do you call it? The balloon guy. Okay, that one. Okay. Do you think of yourself as that thing? Okay. Or are you like, this is who I am? Right? Think about the energy of, thank you, being wobbly versus the energy of an emperor and empress sitting on the throne of your life. Okay, you're not here to rule anybody. Okay, you're here to rule over your own life. Okay, take reign over your own life. Okay, so imagine right now, everybody, visualize that you're in this beautiful palace. Okay, the Jade Palace. Okay, allowing your energy of being that emperor or empress or king or queen or whatever, sitting firmly on that throne, on that chair, on that whatever, 4 legs, firm, stable, confident, sitting up straight. Okay? And if you work with me, I always talk about the energetic posture. Okay, so I'm going to invite everyone here to get into the energetic posture now. You don't wait after the session, after the class, after whatever, to be your best version. Because why? The time is always now. Okay? Sit up to be your best version. How does your best version, your true version, your highest version sit? Are they slouching? Do they have hair over their face like this? Or what? Show up right now. Okay? Maybe your hair is tied and you're like, you know what? My truest, highest version would have flowing hair. Take that hair tie off. How are you breathing? How are you breathing in comparison to your highest and truest version of self? Are they breathing like it's like a weird way, the weird fire breath, okay? Or are they breathing that they know air is abundant, that they deserve to be here, that it's okay to take up space? And I invite you to just gently shift into that breathing pattern now. The time is always now, okay? Shift into that breathing pattern now. Sit into that facial expression now. Okay, it's your highest, truest version with squinting and making wrinkles like that. Okay, and then getting Botox after. Or it's just, I'm just so happy. No need for the Botox. Oh, natural, babe. Okay, get into that facial expression now. That's it. That's it. And what about your position? Okay, if you're sitting like this, is your truth and highest version leaning in, tensing up, or is your truest and highest version leaning back, dropping the shoulders down, lounging? Okay, what is the vibe, people? What is the vibe? Show me, show me. I want to go through the screens for those of you on Zoom with me. Okay, show me your highest, truest, sexiest version. Okay, go. Okay, Lindsay, I'm feeling it. Looking good. Jocelyn, yes. Sparkle, I see those sparkly teeth. Yes, Iona. Oh, Marco, nice. I haven't seen you in a while. Nice hair. There we go. To see Jana, D. Oh, Lisa. Jerome. Wow. I don't know if you guys can see Jerome right now. It's awesome. Mindy, so nice to see you. Rosanna, Ty, love you, love you, love you. And by the way, for those of you who are on Zoom with me, guys, if you can put your camera on, show up, okay? Just be here now. Unless you're in like the bathroom or something, then, please keep that off. But if you're able to, and if you're like, you know what, why am I freaking hiding? We're here to connect. So invite you to Ken. There we go. Yes, Crystal. There you go. There you go. Leanne. Yes. Okay. Love it. Thank you. So with that energy right now, I want to just ask yourself, does it feel good? Does it feel good when I'm in that energetic posture? Does it feel good? Yes or no? Yeah. So why do you choose to sit and being in position that you don't feel good in? Why should you do anything in life, in fact, that you don't feel good in? Now, I love Lindsay's position right now. It's like matching with Jerome. I love it. True, hi, true. So nice to see you guys. The energy of us allowing ourselves to feel good because our good feeling guides us to what's true. Okay? Thinking about the 1111 in alignment with your true self. Let me ask you this question. Does your truest and highest and most aligned version of self, do they feel good? Do they have a good life? Or are they in suffering and doubt and fear and, they feel terrible each and every day? They feel stressed and overwhelmed. Just ask yourself that question. I know it seems a bit obvious, but just ask yourself that and answer yourself right now. Okay. And the answer is of course not. Okay. And why? And a part of the work that I do and a part of my coaching is the practice is asking yourself obvious questions to understand your obvious answer and seeing yourself WTF and calling yourself out for your own BS. Okay. You know the path. You know what feels good. You know what feels true. You know how you're meant to show up. None of you guys here are confused. Okay. None of you guys here are stupid. None of you guys here are like, oh, I don't know. No. Even if you say that, I don't believe you. I believe deep down you always know. It's just a part of you feel like maybe I can't have it. Maybe it's too good to be true. Maybe I cannot sustain it. It's just what you think. But can I tell you something? Okay, here's the secret. Okay. How long have you been so good at sustaining stress and overwhelm and fear and doubt? Okay, who's here is like so good at sustaining it for so long, year after year? Yes, should get an award for that. If you can sustain a BS life, okay, knowing that it's simply a choice that you choose, how about you apply the same skill set, okay, into a different area of life? Okay, think about it like this. Think about you work for company A, doing same thing. Let's say you're a sales analyst at the Nestle. I used to be a sales analyst at Nestle. So yes, okay. And then I move, okay, into being a sales analyst at, I don't know, Hershey, a new company. I'm utilizing the same skills, but just a different company. Okay. So you can think about it like that. Okay. You can think about it like you have been using the skill set to create stress and overwhelm and feeling bad for yourself and lowest self-esteem and, go on and go on. Okay. Now you're so good at sustaining that reality for so long because you're replaying these belief system and programming yourself so hard, especially before you go to bed, thinking about all the things that go wrong, right? Waking up, think about all the things that whatever you're stressed about. You're just now, okay, the trick is you're going to do the same thing, but in a positive way, okay? Yes, before you go to sleep, bring it all up. Bring up all the good things that go right in your day. How about that, right? Think about all the good things that happens to you and be so grateful. Waking up, yeah, bring all the things to your head, but not all the stresses, all the blessings. I'm so grateful for being alive. I'm so grateful for breathing. I'm so grateful for being clear in my head. Oh, that's something to be grateful for. I'm grateful for my heart. I'm grateful for freaking running water. Okay. And what about throughout your day? Maybe right now you're so good at the squint, the stress squint. Maybe you're so good at the rising the shoulders. Maybe you're so good at the not breathing. But what if you just utilize the same muscles, but in the I'm so good at relaxing. I'm so good at breathing deeply and fully. I'm so good at relaxing, okay, and getting more beautiful every day. That wrinkle-free life, okay? Whatever it is, apply it differently because you're already doing it, okay? You're already doing it. Sometimes when we work on reality shifting, we think of it as like, oh, I don't know where to begin. This is so hard. But what I really believe is you're already doing it. You're just doing it in a negative way versus a positive way. You're doing it in the ways that it's not adding to your life, okay, actually taking and draining, but now you're just doing the same thing, but adding to your life, right? So think about the little things that you can shift right now. Think about the little things that you can change, like, the things you say before going to bed, the things you bring to mind before, as soon as you wake up. And if you're like, okay, that sounds great, And then what? Does that really work? Of course it works, because we are creatures of habit. You are sustaining something because it's a familiar pattern. Okay? You are worrying now because you are programmed to have something go slightly wrong because you define it as wrong, and then you stress over it. But that doesn't have to be the truth. And I'll give you an example. A car breaks down. Your car breaks down. We've been programmed, okay, to think it's a bad thing. But is it a bad thing? I don't know. Is it a bad thing? Can anyone here in the chat tell me how they would look at it differently? How would they feel, when they're driving, they're going to maybe meet someone and then their car broke down? How can it be viewed as something else that is not stressful, that is not, bad? How would you look at it differently? Okay, this is a exercise, very important that you master this, okay? Time for a better car, blackout, God's direction, Dean, Ken, attitude, yeah. Gratitude. Okay, Sparkle Veronica here. The love of my life is going to come fix my car. Okay, all right, let me borrow that. I like that. Protection, preventing me from accident. Yeah, Oh, for you to stop to meet someone, Irene, I love that, right? Being safe as something bad's gonna happen. I love that, right? Do you see? Okay, so I want you to apply this in everything that you do. Everything is really, meaningless, has no meaning. The truth about life is that if you can look at it as like everything is like gray, okay, everything is like kind of gray in color. We add the colors to the things. We add the colors to the things. Okay. And I love always using the example of like, like a necklace or something. This is just a necklace, right? It's just a necklace. But I give it meaning. Whether this necklace is a gift from my mom for my birthday, it means something. Now it means something different. It adds this layer of color, right? Now, if this necklace is from an ex, that gave me, and we're obviously not together, and we are not in good relations. Oh my God, that necklace is gonna trigger some emotions here. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a necklace. What I make it mean is my experience. I will feel triggered and angry or whatever and resentful every time I look at the necklace if I assigned that it has anything to do with the ex. Okay? And it can bring up the emotions of happiness and joy and gratitude and being loved if it's from my mother who gave it on my birthday, for example. Do you see? So I want you to think about, what if I am reacting to the things and I label it as bad and terrible? It's because I put that meaning and that definition onto it. What if it doesn't actually mean anything? What if it actually doesn't mean anything? How about that? Okay. So I want you to now shift your focus again into the life that you get to have. And I think this is the key. The life that you get to have is available. Every path is paved. Okay. God, the creator, the divine, the universe has already created the path for you. The path is already paved. Okay. That is why you have the desires to want it. That's why you have the desire. Ooh, I would like that car. I would like that kind of home. I would like to live in that kind of life. I'd like to live in that reality. It's because it's already there. Okay? It wants you as much as you want it. But you cannot be living in it if you are not one with it. Okay? This is why we're having this discussion right now on the 1111 portal. You need to be one, okay? The frequency of 1, 4 times, anchoring in with that thing that you wish to have. Be the thing that you wish to have. Be that which you wish to have, to experience, because it's already there. Okay. And I love, I'll bring this up. I have a beautiful woman inside my coaching container now called I Am the Light. And she asked me a question of how, I think it was something like, how do I attract my ideal clients? Okay. And my answer to that is, if you're like a business, you're a coach, you're a healer, stuff like that, right? And of course, you want to be working with your ideal people, right? Who's your ideal client? First, you have to define that, right? But secondly, think about this kind of junk here, okay? Your ideal client being in energy, in a frequency, okay? It's like a ball of energy, okay? And how to attract that? You are the basket for that ball of energy to land. Do you understand? So what that means is that your ideal client, or anything ideal in your life that you want, your manifestation, needs to land, needs to have a place to land. You are the place for it to land. You are the vessel for that manifestation to land. It's already there. Okay? But are you a safe and open and, of course, vessel? Right? If this ball of energy is this big and your opening of your vessel is this small, it cannot land. It's going to miss. Do you understand? So this is why we practice relaxing, opening, okay? Open, okay? Feel your energy right now. Is it open or is it closed? Open, okay? Open it up, relax. Because what's going to be happening in your reality is supposed to feel natural and normal. Why, let's say, certain people, millionaires, billionaires, whatever people, they spend at the level they spend, they live the level they live, they buy the things that to a lot of people seems like that's a lot of money. Wow, that's like, that car costs that much. It's because actually it's not much to them. It's actually normal. Do you understand? For them, they normalized that type of money, that type of spending, that type of lifestyle. It's normal for me to walk to a car dealership to buy a car because I want it. It's just like it's normal for you to walk to your kitchen and microwave food because you're hungry. Do you understand? So everything that you are meant to have is all based on how much you normalize it as a normal, regular, obvious, normal thing, no big deal. Okay? The more you put it on some kind of altar and be like, oh, you pray to it, like, oh my God, this $1 million, or like this perfect soulmate, come to me, like you're putting it on a kind of higher level than where you are. You understand? So what you want to do is to, okay, it's like you're creating the path of the one. You need to create perfect alignment. I am the obvious match or basket for that manifestation to land. It is safe with me. Does that make sense? Okay. So what this means for everybody right now is, instead of thinking about what do I need to do to get what I want, never ask that. Okay. If you write it down, cross it out. Never ask that. Because you're not approaching it from the true way. You're still approaching it in the outside world, but you don't understand your true power is from within. Your true power comes from this question. Please write this down. It's going to change your life and your manifestation forever. Who must I be? Who must I be? As a receiver of that manifestation, as a person who's living in that reality, who must I be? So if you say you want that perfect aligned soulmate, who must you be? Right? It's your aligned soulmate of someone who really show up and really, strong and confident, if you are insecure about yourself, if you are like judging everyone, do you feel like that's like the true person, right? For that match? Or if you're like, okay, I am attracting that financial freedom, what kind of person are you, or who already have the thing? Okay. So when I ask you, who must you be? I'm not talking about, oh, who do I need to become? It's not really who you need to become. It's who you already are as the person who's living in that reality. Okay, please write this note. Okay, who is the person that you already are living in that reality that you wish to live? Who you already are, like it's done. It's like the absolute facts. Okay, would the person still be obsessed about this thing? Okay, if the 1 million subscriber version of you, would you still care about what people have to say about your content? For example, right? The version of you who made 6 figures doing what you want to do, okay? Would that version of you waste time on social media and say yes to going to events that you don't want to go to? Okay. So it goes back to the concept that I teach called identity shifting is reality shifting. Identity shifting is reality shifting. You don't focus on the outside and shift and, oh, what should I do? You think about, what is the identity I must be in as the rightful receiver and an obvious receiver of such. Okay, because if I shift in the identity that I am let's say a wealthy woman. I am a wealthy woman. Okay, that's the identity. Do you think wealth is going to be a match for me? Of course, right? You think, let's say luxurious, abundant opportunity, money will flow my way? Of course, because my identity, I'm a wealthy woman. So I open up, I become that basket for the things to land because it's obvious, right? So when you get lost into the world of distraction and the world of look here, look there, the disco world, I call it, the disco light. Look here, look there. Oh, scroll here, open TikTok, open Instagram, refresh your like, see how many people comment on your post. You're losing your focus of attention and anchoring down and becoming the 4 chair on which you sit on, becoming the 4 legs of the table. Okay, the 4 legs of the chair, the 4 legs of the table, the 4 legs of the chair, the 4 columns of the foundation of the building, of the palace that you built in this reality. So you always focus on your energy, you always focus on your alignment, and you always focus on your truth. The world will tell you, you should want a Lamborghini as a sign of you made it. And you're like, maybe I should. And then you're like, maybe I should try and try and try. But there's not a lot of momentum behind it because it's not true. So that leads us to our next point here. If you want to manifest your true reality, you need to know what is the true manifestation. Okay? The world will tell you it's the Chanel, it's the Lambo, it's the, whatever. If it is, it is. Okay? There's nothing wrong, no judgment. We like the Lambo, we like the Chanel, we like whatever. Everything's neutral, everything's cool. But if it's not true for you, don't force it. You know what I mean? If it's not true for you, don't force it. You need to know what is true for you. Okay? This is why my whole movement and company called True Alignment. It's not just alignment, because you can be aligned with random stuff and you can feel like you're wasting your time. You can be like, you know what, I should have a big following because that's like a cool thing these days. And you spend, months and years and you waste all these time and hours and sacrificing the time with your brother, sister, loved one, husband, wife, kids to build this freaking following in this freaking business. And then once you get in, you realize, I don't even want this crap. I don't even want this. Because you never align with the true thing. Maybe the true thing for you is peace and love. Maybe the true thing for you is actually write a book, okay, and not have an Instagram. And maybe there's something in you thinking that maybe writing a book, it's not going to make me money. So I should be a social influencer instead. Or I should get a real job instead. It's not about what is people are doing, what people think is logical. People live very miraculous different lives. It's all about what's true for you, what God, the divine, the higher self, the thing within you tells you what you're meant to do. No one else has that ability or that right to tell you that. But the thing is, they do. They tell you all the time, you should do this, you shouldn't do this. This is good for you, this is not good for you. Are you a puppet or something? Or are you a sheep? Take back your focus of attention is how you take back your control. When you have all the tabs open, your mind gets shattered. Do you really need to have a TikTok account right now? Is it relevant? Is it adding to your life, or is it like making you addicted? Delete that. I deleted TikTok. I deleted Facebook. I don't need that kind of distraction in my life. So that's the discussion I want you to have here today. With me, amongst yourself, within yourself. What kind of life do you choose to have? Because your value and what matters to you will drive your actions. My value, and I see a lot of you guys here very clearly, peace, right? Love, harmony, light, helping others. Are you doing that? Or are you still buying into stress, fear, doubt, hatred, unforgiveness? So you're either creating your reality or you're creating its opposite. It's your choice. Okay. And I ask myself, okay, my foundation, I want you to understand what are your 4 pillars. Maybe it's a good exercise right now. What are your 4 pillars? Okay. The 4 legs of your throne, the 4 legs of your palace. What are your 4 values right now? And I want you to share this with everyone here. Maybe it's peace. What are the big 4 main pillars in your life? Love, peace, happiness. What are the 4 most important things? What are the things that you value the most? What makes this life worth living? What kind of life do you choose to have? What are those 4 pillars? Peace, joy, good health, self-respect, love, peace, ease, flow, love, peace, joy, beauty, love, peace, joy, fun. We have a theme here. Yeah, kindness, oneness, faith, and love. Love, peace, trust, acceptance. Yep. Love, abundance, impact, peace. So when you have these 4, okay, and I encourage you to share and comment them. There's no shame, okay? Release the shame. Declare who you are. Declare what you want. We're all here in support. Allow yourself to be witness. So, and I want you to ask yourself, every decision you make, it's scrolling aimlessly on TikTok aligned with, let's say, my 4 columns of health, love, abundance, and peace. Okay, I must not do that. Okay, so now you have a thing to go back and forth, right? Is waking up late and eating potato chips and ordering takeout pizza and terrible food, whatever thing that you define as terrible. Is it adding to my 4 columns of health, love, peace, self-respect? It's a yes or no, right? Do you see that? And then you make a decision. Because the answer is freaking clear. Because if you have these 4 pillars and you have something to reflect on, You're no longer confused. You can lie to yourself. You can deny it. You can say, make up excuse, but the answer is there. You know the answer. The true work of true transformation is don't lie to yourself. Don't be dishonest with yourself. Okay? Why? Because know thyself is the key to spiritual evolution, is the key to become one with all that is the key to living a really good life. You need to know yourself. If you still lie to yourself and you still think, yeah, I'm the kind of person who eats junk food and feels bad for myself, that's right. That's my true self. If you're still sitting here lying to yourself, saying that's the true version of you, okay, we got some work to do. But if you can sit here straight in your power and saying, that's BS, that's not me. The true version of me likes juices. The true version of me likes smoothie bowls or whatever, okay? I want you to allow yourself to play. Maybe there's a part of you that suppresses the true version of you because you think you can afford his or her lifestyle. Okay, what if I admit that this is not the right job for me? And then what I have to do? I have to quit it? That's going to put me in a very weird situation financially and also like just a weird situation. But then you have to ask yourself, what are your priorities in life? Is it love, joy, peace, abundance? Or is it pretending to like what I don't like, caring what other people think, focus on money and money only, sacrifice time away from my family? Are those your 4 values? You have to ask yourself that. And I'll tell you the biggest mistake right now that most people make is they think they have time. Right? How many of you guys have ever lost a loved one, a pet? You know? You know. You don't know, right? You know that you don't know when the time is up. For them, for you, for this life, who knows, you know? Natural disasters, like stuff like that. Like, we really don't know when our time is up. You can say, I work now, I save now until I'm 80s or 90s. And then what? You can't even walk at that point for some reason. Can you still climb the Mount Everest? I don't know if you can climb that anyway. But like, can you do the things that you say you want to do? Will you still have the energy? Will you still have the thing? You know, that's the struggle that most people make in this modern world. You know, they wait until they're old and gray or whatever, and then they have the time and they have the money, but they don't have the energy. Right? It's not the same. Doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. It just means that stop delaying. You know? Don't be like, oh, grandma, I'll call you later. I'm busy now. If you want to call her now, call her now. You know what I mean? And this is what this portal is here to remind us. All we have is now. Now is when we can choose to rewrite our past. And what do I mean by rewrite our past? Some people get confused over this. Rewrite our past means looking at your past as an empowerment tool, as a way that supports your growth and your future, instead of like thinking that's something that defines you. Nothing defines you. Okay? You know, there's people, I forgot who was the guy's name, but the guy that makes the light bulb, okay? It's like he made so many unsuccessful light bulbs experiment until he like made it happen, okay? His failure or his unsuccessful attempt has nothing, means nothing to do with his success, except for it's just part of the path, right? So I want you to kind of do this with me right now. I think it's a good time for us to just stretch, just shake it out. Okay, just shake it out. Okay, shake out your past. Okay, just move your energy, allowing yourself to be here now, My past does not define me. You can say it out loud. I'm not defined by my past. What I do now matters. Okay? I'm in the here and now. Okay? Yep. So you guys really needed this stretch. Okay. And something I want you to also practice while we're at this is being still. You know? And a lot of people will be like, oh, people always ask me when they meet me, it's like, what do you do all day? Are you bored doing like nothing or whatever? I think that's the problem with a lot of people, is that we are so conditioned to be distracted and be busy doing something, right? How many of you guys, like, you work and you have a busy job, you walk into your house and then you see, the moment you sit down, turn on the TV, turn on the thing, have the noise, have something in the background. We're so uncomfortable with stillness. We're so uncomfortable with silence. We're so uncomfortable with things, and we call it boredom. Are you just here doing mindless stuff and manifest really random things? Because you're always manifesting. That's why the biggest and the greatest spiritual teachers and masters in our world, they understand the energy of stillness. It's not about meditation, it's about the state of being. The state of canceling out all the noise and the distractions of the world and focus on the real world, which is within. When you're comfortable with yourself, when you're comfortable looking at your own crap, when you're comfortable knowing who you are, when you're comfortable being with yourself, loving yourself, not needing anyone to fill any void, that's when you manifest wholesome friendship. That's when you manifest wholesome relationship. Because how many people out there want that boyfriend, want that husband, want that wife, want that person to fill some void, to make them feel better, to take them out on dates, to be there for them. Can you be there for yourself? Can you love yourself and not putting this onto someone else? So that when that right person comes along, you are just enjoying life with them. They don't have to be that punching bag for you. They don't have to be that person that makes you feel better because it's your responsibility. Right? Same thing with money and wealth and fame and everything. Can you validate yourself now? Can you see yourself as a worthy man, worthy woman now? Can you see your own value now? Do you need 1 million followers to prove your worth? Can you be that person now? And then all of these things will come naturally as you becoming the identity now. Okay? If there's something that I'd like you to integrate in so deeply today, is the time is now. Stop delaying. If you know, oh my gosh, I am so thirsty right now, drink the water now. Don't wait, okay? Practice doing everything now. Okay, if you know you're like, I can no longer have this TikTok in the background distracting me and eating my days, delete it now. Okay? If you're thinking of someone that you follow on social media, and like, I don't know, every time you see their post and you just feel so bad, and for some reason, not saying that they're bad or anything, you just don't feel good. Unsubscribe now. Okay, that's it. If you know your truest, highest version is meant to sit up straight, relaxed, be focused, then you do that now. Okay? That's the practice. A lot of the times, people will say, do this cool thing, try this, try this. And, a lot of people in the manifestation world will say, oh, I do this technique, I do this technique, I do this technique. It's not about the techniques. The techniques are cool, helpful, and they are tools. But it's about knowing. It's about a deep knowing of how reality works. Nothing will override that. Okay? All right. Deep breath in. Release. Shake it out. Okay. And before we're going to go into our very powerful energy activation, there's a conversation that I need to have with all of you guys here in regards to the shift into Pluto in Aquarius that's stationed and change our world for the next 2 decades. What are the implications? How can you prepare? How can you make the most out of it? Okay. So, few things to keep in mind. You have the power. Okay? Your power is in 2 things. Your yeses and your nos. So I want you to tap into what are you saying yes to? What are you allowing in your life? And what are you saying no and F no about? Or what are you ready to say no and F no about? That is your power. Okay. And sometimes it's not about the F no. Sometimes it's just, no, I don't want to do that. And I don't choose to do that. Therefore, I don't do it. You have to be strong in your no because everyone and everything here is going to say, come here, come here, come here. If you are not firm in who you are and the reality you're here to make, you're going to be tuck and pull and you're going to waste a lot of time and energy. Okay, we don't do that. Okay, so what does it mean for you now? I wanted to ask yourself, what have I been saying no to? What do I have trouble saying no to? Maybe, you know, when you're at a party or something, right? And then they're like, oh, just take a cigarette, just chill out, dude, or whatever, right? And you're like, I really don't smoke. I really don't want to smoke. But then it's like, I'm in the environment, blah, 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 right? But is that true for you? Okay. And by the way, all these examples, no judgment, whatever it is true for you, you do. Okay, no problem. But I want to ask yourself honestly, is it true for you to be swayed or to be persuaded into doing something you don't want to do? Okay, taking that smoking at a party for an example, right? Or maybe you're like, you have this group of friends and they're like, oh, come video game with us, or come gossip with us on Sundays, or come out for the happy hour on Thursday. And they and as you're going on the spiritual path, you're really outgrowing that. And maybe you're outgrowing them. And maybe you're afraid to admit it. And you're afraid to hurt their feelings by saying no because you're a bad person or whatever. If you don't want to do something, you must be honest with yourself that I don't want to do that. I don't want to drink alcohol on a Thursday night. I don't want to sit and have coffee on Sunday morning gossiping about people and their lives. I'd rather be studying about manifestation instead. I'd rather be working on myself instead. I'd rather be meditating, okay, instead. I'd rather be reading a freaking good book instead. Just be honest. Okay? And you have to find the courage to admit to yourself, no, I don't want to do that. So then when someone asks, you must say, you have to be honest. Don't make up excuse. Okay, this is something I want you to practice. Don't make up excuse about why you don't want to go, why you don't choose to, why you just know. Just know. Okay? You want to go out with me on Thursday night for a few drinks? If your answer is no, is no, no, I don't want to. I'd rather actually read at home today, but I hope you have fun. Okay? If you want to kind of elaborate, like that's it. And I don't want to be like, oh no, I can't. It's not you can. You just don't choose to. So I want you to really watch your language. Stop making excuses. No, I don't want to. That's it. Smile. Be okay. It's normal. It's okay. No, I don't want to. Right? That is something once you master, it will change your life because you take back your power. And once you practice saying no to the little things, you will understand on the bigger scale where society wants you to head towards. Oh, we must eat poison food. It's okay. It's normal for us to have poison in our vegetable. It's normal for us to drink things and fluorize this and, chemical that, right? Are you gonna say yes to that? You're gonna say, no, I don't drink that. No, I don't inhale poison as a hobby. You know, you have to understand that because things are gonna push and push and push and try at you and see what is the level where you put your foot down and say, no, that's not for me. The crazy world, okay, the mad world will tell you, yeah, you know, it's so normal, by the way, to just like slave away, work extra hours, not get paid, okay, just to prove yourself, right, to the higher ups. So then you can get like, you know, maybe one extra day of vacation a year. And by the way, the total amount that you get is maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks max, and that's more than enough. You are so privileged to have 10 days off in a year. Okay. Is that true for you? Do you question that? I think that's something that I questioned at my earlier stages, how I kind of exit all of that. For me, it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense why I'm working a lot and making money and maintaining this type of life or rent or whatever. And while my grandma is in Vietnam and I love her so much and she's a mother figure to me and she calls me all the time. She's like, Tina, when are you going back to Vietnam? When are you going to see me? And I always say, Grandma, I only have a few days of vacations a year. And if I take this trip with my boyfriend, I'm not going to have time to see you. I can't see you this year because it takes so long to fly to Vietnam and at a time adjustment. Then I have to go back maybe next year or something. And then the next year she calls me and she said, Tina, when are you going to see me? I'm getting old. And I said, Grandma, I don't have time. And I think that always stuck with me. Like, what the F am I doing? Right? We tell ourselves we work hard, we make money, we do the things for the people we love. We don't even have time for the people we love, right? We live in this crazy society. We don't even have time for ourselves. How do you call this a life? May I ask you, how dare do you call this living a good life? So you must decide what matters to you. That's why going back to the 4 pillars, what matters to you? You must choose that. If being at a job or whatever takes away your peace, takes away your well-being, no amount of money can compensate for that. You know, when I quit that 9 to 5 job and I choose freedom, I didn't know how it's going to happen. But I know in my heart, that's not the cage I'm meant to be in. And fast forward, you know, my grandma would call me, hey, Tina, I miss you. Do you miss me? And I was like, yes, I miss you. I'll see you next month. Or sometime I'll see you next week. And I see her multiple times a year. She's a flight away because I live in complete time freedom. It's not something that, oh, I'm so lucky. I chose this. I choose to walk the path of the unknown. I didn't know how I would make it happen, but I know my world is from within. I know when I choose something, the universe aligns that and reflect that for me and make it happen. And today, I don't need to be on social media. I don't need to be on thing. I don't need to if I don't choose to. I choose to focus on what matters, my well-being, my divine service, being a good human, being a happy human, knowing my truth, being in peace. And I can tell you this is what matters to me. Nothing else does. Not business, not money, not working, not pleasing other people. I don't care if you like me or not. You know, I sincerely love myself. And that's why I'm able to make the moves that change my life completely. Is because I respect myself and I respect my well-being. And I know by me being the best version of me, I can give that to the world. So if you care about anyone, yourself, your friends, your family, the world, the best thing you can do is being in alignment with yourself, being alignment with the world that you're meant to live in, the thing that you just told me, the one that is in love, in harmony, in peace, in compassion. And it starts with you. Okay, I know it sounds cliche and whatever, but it starts with you. If you still think, I want to live in a compassionate world, and you're not being compassionate to yourself, you're being mean and rude to yourself, you're being disrespectful to your dreams, you're being disrespectful to your body and well-being, you push yourself to do the things because you subscribe to hard work and struggle, I invite you to revisit your life. I think the worst thing is the moment before we ascend, that moment, taking yourself there more often than not as like some grueling practice, but it's a life reflective exercise. Do you think you live a good life? Do you think you did everything that you wanted to do? You have no regrets in going? Do you forgive the people that you need to forgive? Think about that. Okay? If in the next moment you evaporate, you exit, will you be proud of yourself? Will you be proud of the life that you live? Or will you know that there's more you could do? Be more badass, be more brave, be more courageous. Ask that person out. Call your grandma. Be happy. Give more. Not be so stingy. Be more generous. Help more people. Share your food more, whatever. Okay? I want you to think about that and ask yourself, what life do I choose to live? Because when you live a life where you know that you're doing all the things, it's no regrets. It just feels good. I can tell you that over the years, I find my courage and I find my bravery. And when I think about that moment, of me transcending into some dimension, I feel like I would live a really good life. I would have no regrets. I forgave the people I needed to forgive. I did my divine service, posted more than 3,000 videos on YouTube and coached thousands of people all over the world. I've done my part. Okay? And maybe when the universe says, Tina, your work is done, I'm happy because I know I did the brave things. I quit the job. I did the things. I walked away from the toxic situation. I did it. And that's why I sleep well at night, right? That's why I am happy and smiley. I was not like this. If you knew me years ago, smiling, no, not a thing in my world. Pessimism, yeah, a lot of it. So I get it. If you're going through a situation right now where you feel like, how can I even be that person? Faith, right? Faith is that holding on to the trust that you know that your reality here is just catching up to your inner reality. But you need to anchor, put down the 4 pillars now in knowing that you create the reality. And the universe, the world, God only matches that. It's a match, okay? It's a reflection. That's it. And why I'm bringing this up is because as we are moving more into the new earth consciousness, more and more of us are going to feel called to unsubscribe to the untrue things. And for me personally, I'm feeling very sensitive to like things like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, like it's just not in resonance with me anymore. you know, so you probably won't see me there. Instagram, I'm not on it at the moment. I mean, I do have an account, but I deleted it off my phone. I haven't deleted the account, but I don't feel called to be on it for at least the next month. Maybe I'll be on it and I'll post occasionally, but you can maybe expect to see my YouTube videos. Because I have decided, long ago that what I do is not for some weird vanity, some weird outcome. I show up and do what I do simply because I know I'm meant to, and I know I'm meant to share this, and I'm meant to be. So what that means is I need to take the actions that are in alignment with who I know I am to be. A person who is free to live her life the way she wants. Okay? So I want you to think about that. And by me sharing this, maybe it will inspire you. Maybe it will, I don't know. But I'm meant to share it. So however it affects you, it affects you. Okay. Next thing, final thing, before we do our energy activation, is we are builders of this new earth consciousness. There's going to be a split, okay? Becoming more clear and clear, but it doesn't have to be a split. It can be a cohesive thing. As we're moving into this new phase, two things are going to happen very rapidly. One thing is technological advancement, right? iRobots in your home, stuff like that, okay? Being in togetherness with the machines. Feel into how do you feel about that, okay? Feeling into, how can that be a great thing and how can it actually not? We must be aware, right? I mean, it's good to, advance and stuff, right? We don't want to be old school. I'm very old school, but yes, we want to be doing that. But also at the same time, I want you to think about where does AI, artificial intelligence, stuff like that, take away your intelligence, your ability to think. I don't know if you realize this or not, but all the things that suggests, things on your Instagram page or on your YouTube, it's like people telling you what they think that you would want to watch, right? I mean, in one way you can say like, wow, thank you, right? But in another way, it's like, is that really true? You've lost your ability to think. A lot of us, we've lost our ability to question and to think, right? On a very deep intellectual way, and also tap into our wisdom. Because when you say, okay, what is 1 + 1? Well, I don't know. Let's just put it on the calculator, or let's just Google this. Google is a limited, I guess I shouldn't say this out loud. This is being broadcast, but it's not everything. You know what I mean? Right? They show you when they want to see. Like there are people that very much exist and there are works that they've done. But if you Google them, you're not going to find them. Very known teacher, spiritual teachers, even philosophers, people who tells you the secrets of the world, the truth of the world. Can you find them on Google? I'm not sure if you can, or very hard. So tell me, do you trust what you're being shown? Are you just blindly trust whatever's showing up on Google, on your search is the truth? Or are you being programmed to slowly lose your ability to discern? All right. So I want to bring that up because it's going to be more important as we're moving into this, AI phase. The deep, what you call it, the deep fakes. I don't even know what you call those things. It's like, people like they get the voice of the person and you look like that. There's technologies now, okay? That like someone can clone my voice and show up as me, whatever. Let's not even go there. It can be fun and cute, whatever, but we won't know what's the truth. Is that the president talking or is it a clone of him talking, right? Is it what Beyonce said or is it a picture of a video of Beyonce? Where is she? She even look like that? Okay, examples. So I want to bring this up for you to understand it's not just a topic of debate. It's a questioning of how your ability to discern, to make decision, to act from truth, to uncover truth, how is it being lost? Okay, I want you to be very aware. So that's why more than ever, as we're moving into this new age, your ability to feel, okay, your intuition and intuitive ability becomes more and more important. Okay, because the truth, maybe you cannot see it from your eyes because, maybe it's not on Google. Maybe the truth is not on Google. How about that? Right? So you have to feel it. You have to practice this muscle of discernment, of closing down your eyes, tuning the world in out, and ask yourself, what feels true? What is the true way for me to live? What feels true for me? What's the true action for me right now? Is it true for me to be here? Is it true for me to be in this job? Is it true for me to be in this conversation? Is it true for me? You have to do that more often than not. Okay? Yeah, exactly. We don't want to blame AI, we don't want to blame technological, we don't want to blame anything. They're here to help us, cultivate this muscle. Okay, because on the other side, okay, the first side to tell you is the technological advancement, and this is something I want you to discern and practice. And on the other side is the people who are going to feel like, I've had enough. I want to GTFO. So what that means is that you're going to see more and more people going back to basics, meaning that people are going to want to live more simply, buy land, grow a veggie garden, get a few sheep, maybe a cow, bunch of chickens while they're at it, stuff like that. Okay, anyone who feels like this, let me know as well. I'm definitely in that boat. Okay, I have a chicken obsession. Okay, my dream is to have a chicken coop. Anyway, we won't get into that because I can talk about that forever. But definitely, there's gonna be people who feel that like, what is this crazy overload of information, overuse this crap type of world, and I just want to live in freaking peace. Okay, so there's gonna be a lot of people, especially, in this community. We want to move more towards conscious living. We care about what material we have in our home, right? We want the wood. Okay, we don't want the concrete, right? We want the natural material. We want to eat healthy food. We want to know what's in our food. That's why the conscious health movement is rising. We want to grow our own food. We want to have access to clean water. We want to not put our children into random schools and being programmed. We want to have our children raised with higher consciousness and heal ourselves to become conscious parents and grandparents and stuff like that. Okay, so there's gonna be that type of group. Yeah, homestead. Yeah, I'm definitely about that life right now. Trust me. Okay. So what I want to share with that is that I want to kind of broadcast this out that if you feel called to move towards that way, and I mean, I said it in the last time as well, like I know I'm called to create some kind of community for us to kind of like be in, to share our resources and share our know-how, right? Because maybe some of you guys know how to build a garden. I don't know how to do a garden. Maybe some of you guys know how to build a house. I don't know how to build, you know what I mean? Maybe some of you guys know how to like do certain things. It's not about having these skills because we're preparing for the end of the world. It's not really like that. It's about taking control of how we live our life, the food we eat, the choices we make. It's about creating heaven on earth by living a good life, whatever that good life means. And for me personally, is less time with the Wi-Fi, less time with the technology, less time with consuming information and talking about useless topics, and focusing on how to become better human beings and how we can share and support each other, and creating an economy where it's not just about, money that runs the show, but it's about generosity and sharing, right? How many of you guys have ever grew something like a like a garden or something, and then you just like, oh my God, like from this freaking seed or this stem, and you have so many things, right? It's like, I love the saying of um you you I forgot what the saying was. It was like something like, you never know how many seeds in an apple, but you don't know how many apples in a seed. Okay, something like that. Okay, but that's the energy of, let's be aware of the energy of abundance is the energy of nature. Okay, so with that being said, my intention is to have a community space ready for today to invite you guys in. And the truth is, I don't have that ready. I don't have that ready. I don't know how that's going to look like. But so in the meantime, I'm still going to broadcast this out to you guys. Maybe if you have suggestions, ideas, or at least just be around the field, just stick around the energies. When I have something ready, I would like to just have us all in kind of like a sacred space where how I imagine this community is for us to freely share our resources. Of course, I'm going to share my teachings and all the tools to keep you aligned and sane. Okay. And maybe some of you guys have the tools to, whatever your expertise is, maybe your expertise in accounting, maybe your expertise in home buying or land buying or chicken coop making. Okay. So I'm just throwing that out there. I don't have it ready yet, but I do have the intention to create it when it's time. Just curious who would be interested in something like that. Just give me a 111 1. Give me an 1111 if you are interested in something like that. Oh, wow. Costa Rica. Amazing. Wow. I love you guys. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is that I'm going to allowing this to come through. And when I have that space created, when it's all like, ready to go, I'm going to send you probably an email, or I'll share on YouTube or something, because I'm not on Instagram at the moment. So, um, yeah. So just keep aware. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that's what I want to say. Now, what I'm going to invite everyone in to is our energy activation. And after that, if you have any questions, I'll be here for a bit to answer your questions, okay? So before we prepare to open the gates of the 1111, I mean, we have already cracked it open. Now we're going to go through it. Before we go through it, a couple things you need to know. I want you to get clear about the world that you choose to live in. So once again, if you haven't written it down, write it down. Okay? What's the world that you choose to live in? Because when we go into that gate, through that gate of the 1-1 portal, which I'm going to guide you in a moment, we're going to hold that intention so clear that it manifests. So I'm going to give you maybe like a 30-second minute to write down, write in the chat if you want, write in your notebook, definitely. Just get clear. Put pen, paper, get clear now. Go. Okay, so let me know again, once again, if you feel called to just share it. A world where I am safe to express myself in all forms that are equally safe to the collective. The world where giving to others does not equate depletion of self. Yeah, love that. Complete truth and alignment with my highest self. Yep. So I'll give you a moment, 10 seconds, to just get oriented, maybe share before we go into the meditation if you feel called to, so that we can all anchor in and hold the space for everyone. Okay? Because every one of you guys deserve to live in the world that you choose to be. You are valuable and worthy of it. You are the creator and you have full power in creating it. Just gotta be focused. Don't be distracted. And be brave in knowing your truth and speaking into reality. These are the tools. Okay? Speaking it, being one with it. Okay? All right. Okie dokie smoky. My powerful people. Get ready. We're gonna get into our activations now. And I think someone was asking me, should we sit cross-legged or whatever? You sit however the F you want, okay? There are no rules. Okay? I'm not here telling you what to do. I want you to start trusting yourself in what feels good for you and what's true for you. Maybe you feel like laying down. Maybe you feel like sleeping. Maybe you feel like standing. Maybe, I don't know, not. This seems a bit, hold on to something if you want to stand, okay? Sit. I would say sit. That's probably the safest. If you want my suggestion. Just be comfortable. All right. So let's get started. Okay? Sitting up straight, comfortably. So, okay, moving your neck from side to side. Just kind of move your body. You've been sitting for a while, and for those of you who are not used to sitting for so long, it might feel a little bit stiff right now. So just kind of move that. Okay, move. Yes. Okay, and once you are ready, closing down your eyes. Be here with me now. Be here with yourself now. Be here now. Closing down your eyes, taking a deep breath in through your nose deeply and fully, and breathing out gently and completely. Continuing to breathe in and out throughout our session here, relaxing your body, letting go, allowing your breath to take you where you're meant to go. Allowing yourself to be one with all that is. Allowing yourself to be immersed in the present moment, in the here and now. As you're breathing and relaxing your body, I'd like you to notice anywhere that feels a little bit tense. Maybe you're squinting. Maybe you're clenching your jaw. Maybe your shoulders are a bit stiff. Taking a deep breath in and relax it to the next level. allowing anything that is not in alignment with you to leave your energies now. Letting go is easy because you simply loosen the grip. Allowing anything that you hold tightly to leave. In full knowing that you don't have to hold on and attach on anything or anyone. What is meant for you will always be there by default, by attraction. Anything is not meant for you, gotta go. And before we are in alignment with who we're meant to be, we need to step out of alignment of who we are not and who we are no longer. So I'd like you to bring forth to your mind's eye now the old version of you, the outdated version of you that is ready to go. And I'd like you to lovingly send him or her on their way. Thank you for helping me realize the things I need to realize. Thank you for being with me in every steps of the way. Thank you for trying your best and never stop trying. I love you. I thank you. I forgive you. And I let you go. I let you go with so much love. I let you go with complete peace. I let you go now. Using your breath to facilitate the letting go process. And I'd like you to feel this version of you leaving, transcending into love and light, creating space for the new you, the next version of you, the true version of you to emerge. And before we collectively walk through the gates of 1111, we're going to walk through it, not with your old self, but with your true self. So I'd like you to call your truest and highest version in now. And I'd like you to feel as if you're sliding on a shirt or a dress or a piece of clothing and just put on that identity now. Having the true identity integrating within you now. Imagine yourself becoming that version of you. Pay attention to your breath, your energetic posture, how you are sitting, how you are breathing, how you are being. How would the truest and highest version of you feel like? Gentle or hard? Easeful or relaxed or flowy or anchored or confident, allowing the words and the vibrations of the words and feelings to integrate within your being as you are becoming your truest and highest version now. And just like that, I'm going to invite you now to put your hands, your palms up, facing upwards in receiving mode. Receiving the codes of transformation, receiving the codes of 1111, receiving the codes of absolute alignment now. Feeling the integration, feeling the energies being downloaded now. Feeling yourself becoming who you know yourself to be. Feeling your power rising. Feeling your energy expanding. Because right now, in front of you, is going to be a portal. I'd like you to visualize the 4 wands of the 1111 in front of you. And I'd like you to now putting the 4 wands, placing them like matches together, end to end, creating a portal. So the ones become the 0. And the 0 is the portal into infinity and beyond. And when you have this circle in front of you, I'd like you to make it bigger. In your mind's eye, make the circle bigger. Hold it, feel it, and inside this portal, this circle right now, you again see 1111 on the other side. The frequency of this portal is of 1 and oneness. The energy of this portal that you're about to step into, not yet, about to, is calling you to initiate a real change. 1 being the sign of initiation and leadership. Ask yourself, are you ready? Am I ready to be in the world that I wish to be in? Am I ready to become the truest and highest version of me? I want to answer very firmly in your heart, yes. Am I ready to live my best life ever? And just like that, I'd like you to imagine yourself in your mind's eye, standing up, walking towards the portal, setting a powerful intention before you go through the portal, and being reminded again, the world that you choose to live in. You can put your hands on your heart right now, set and anchor that intention before you step into the portal. What is the world that you choose to live in? Bring that up now. And just like that, I'd like you to kind of notice on your left and right, your brothers and sisters, everyone who's tuning into this portal with you. We all want somewhat of the same thing. We all want love. We all want light. We all want peace and harmony. So kind of looking on your left and right in your mind's eye, smiling and acknowledging all the beautiful souls who are in this with you, with us. Smiling in acknowledgement. Let them know that they too deserve to live their truest and highest reality. And that you're here in sacred witness. And together, we're going to cultivate a power that is so great, that is beyond any one of us can do alone. So with that, energetically hold their hands. Collectively, we're going to shift in a count of 3. 3, holding the hands of everyone that you feel that is in this together with you. 2, taking a step forward in acknowledgement. You're about to change your life. 1, be ready to step through the portal. And 0, step through the portal now. Step through the portal now. Step through the portal now. Feel how big the energy is expanding now. Feeling yourself being one with all that is. Feeling yourself increasing in strength and power. Feeling yourself feeling bigger and bigger and grander. Look around you. What do you see? Where are you? What do you feel? Feel that now. Bringing up the energy and frequency of I am. And I'd like you to say this 3 times in full power, in full honoring. I am. I am. I am. You. In this pure place of creation, knowing that all is possible, knowing that your heart is pure, and that's all that matters. So reach in the depth of your heart right now and let go of any more unforgiveness that you're ready to let go. Deciding that holding on to resentment or sadness does not matter. It's not relevant to this grand reality that you're here to create. In fact, this is the very step that is needed for you to be one with all you wish to be. So lighten the load, letting go more and more, and breathing in, not air, but consciousness. You are aware, You are in full knowing. You are in full alignment with the truth. You recognize the God, the divine codes within you. You recognize the power of the universe all around you. You recognize that consciousness is all there is. So be one with the life that you wish to live. Be one with the one you wish to be. Take a moment now and be one with your truth. And say this out loud with me. And I am. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it is done. Gently smile in deep acknowledgement that it is done, that you've done your part, and now you allow the God consciousness within you, the universe, to do its job, to do its magic in reflecting back your truth that you just radiate from within. And from this place of incomplete harmony and alignment, I'd like to send out a very powerful intention beyond the self to the world, to all the beautiful divine souls, to something that is bigger than you, that you feel, that you like to be one with. So set this very powerful intention now. Reminding yourself that as you are being a being of love, love is what you naturally radiate. As you are aware that you are a being of light, then light is what you naturally radiate. And as you realize that you are a being of peace, then peace is what you naturally radiate. So therefore, changing yourself, aligning yourself with your highest truth, you are changing and aligning the world in its highest truth without doing anything. Remember this and focus on your inner path. And just like that, before you go back through that gate, you are being presented with a velvet pouch, a gift from the universe, a gift from your higher self, a gift from the divine. I'd like you to hold this velvet bag in front of you. See it now. What's the color? What's the color of the bag? Feel the velvety texture. And I'd like you to open and look inside and see what is this gift that you are being gifted today. What does it mean for you? And when you got it, putting it in your heart, thank you, thank you, thank you, I receive. And just like that, turning around, okay, in your mind's eye, seeing that portal again, swirling and swirling. And we are going to come closer in 3, 2, 1. We are going to cross over, coming back, not as the same self, but as an upgraded, expanded version, all-knowing self. So ready? 3, coming close to the portal now, walking back or running back or flying back. 2, acknowledging your brother and sisters who have done such good work collectively. 1, get ready to step through the portal now. 0, step back through the portal now. Step back through that portal now, feeling yourself that you have just accomplished something very powerful. Allowing yourself to just feel your knees, feel your legs, feeling your body, okay? Acknowledging that you are back in your body, back in here now, back and back and back. Integrated, expanded, and ready to take on the world. With that big smile, slowly open your eyes. Slowly open your eyes. When you're ready, come back. And let me know how you're feeling. Type in a few words. What did you receive? Okay? And this is the most interesting part because some of us can be receiving clues for each other. Okay? And maybe some of you guys can be receiving the same thing. So share in the chat with me. What is it that you have received? What does it mean for you? What did you feel called to share? How do you feel? Okay. Wow. Got a key. Yep. Stones with things written on it. I wonder what was written. A golden coin. Beautiful. Golden energy. A star. Wow. A heart. Okay. So everyone just kind of like share and read through and see how this is all adding to your creation, because we're here collectively creating together. So taking the hints and the clues from each other. Okay, what about my YouTube family here? What is it that you have received? Wow. Donna says she received the gift of clarity. Amazing. My eyes leaking. Golden key. Okay. So this is the part where I'm going to share with you how to integrate all of this and moving forward. This is important. Okay. And of course, if you have any questions, you can also let me know. I'll answer them very quickly. So how you're going to integrate all of this is to know that your world is not random. Your world is by design, and you are the designer. You are the creator of your world. So stop being confused. Okay? Stop being confused and stop reacting to external circumstance. This is something you must do moving forward. Okay? Whatever is showing You right now, whether it's your bank account, whether it's the thing that it is annoying or whatever, this is like a result, a projection of your past belief and your past actions and your past world. Okay? So give it some time for it to lag out. Okay? So don't react to it, because the more you react, the more you focus, the more you are in energy exchange with it, you are creating that. So what I want you to do is to focus on integrating the gifts that you have received from this velvet bag. I want you to focus on reaffirming with your energy, with your feelings, with your thoughts, your words, the world that you wish to create for yourself. And most importantly, I want you to get really clear about letting go of your past self. You have to let him or her go, because you cannot be holding on to the past and trying to integrate the future. It's a tug and pull, which a lot of people are in. Okay? I don't want you to suffer for no reason. Just let the past go, because you want to become the highest and truest version of you. And is it the past? If it's not, then let it go with love. Continuing to stop doing the things that you don't want to do. Start saying no. Okay? Start saying no. I don't want to. I don't choose to, instead of I can't. Because when you say I can't, you are questioning your God-given ability. Okay? You can do anything. You just don't choose to. Okay? Your power given by the divine is your power of choice. Understand? Your freedom. So please be clear about that. And moving forward, well, like I said, I don't have a space to invite you in right now, because it's not yet ready, but I'm sure it will be ready when it's ready, so stick around. For those of you who want to further the work with me, I have something called the Becoming that I would suggest for you. Maybe I'll send an email and you get all the information, but it's a signature course of mine that I give you all the tools on becoming the version that you're meant to become. And it's a very well-loved, beloved course of mine. It's a beautiful program, 7 days acceleration, 7-week acceleration. We have 2 versions of it in there. We also have the Jaguar included for you to overcome any fears, because fear is what's holding you back from your true reality. Okay, so for those of you who are interested in working with me further and stuff like that, maybe I'll send an email with all the information so you can read through it. If you are curious, you can also email me. I'll tune into your energy more and recommend what's best for you. And I want to announce this before I take the questions here very quickly, that in January, for those of you who want to work with me personally, I do have one more spot left to meet me in person. So I want to do a one-on-one VIP day together. So if you want to spend a whole day with me or half a day, okay? So I have a half a day option and a full day option. We want to spend together in the jungles of Tulum, in the vortex of Tulum, Mexico, okay, in January. And what we're going to do is that we're going to do any type of healing and energy activation. If you think this is powerful, then, being in person is going to be more powerful. So anyway, I only have one spot left. Everything's been taken. Our retreat is sold out. So this is the only thing I have available to offer you, okay? So if that sounds like it's of interest, I'd like you to send an email to team@mytruealignment.com, or you can just reply to the email that you get, the confirmation email, okay? So I'll write this here, team@mytruealignment.com. So if you want to inquire about working with me privately, and we have that opportunity, all my one-on-one is closed for the month and possibly December. So anything is going to be for next year, okay? So anything like that, just email me. Now, any questions, drop it. And I'm going to answer a few very quickly, okay? And by the way, how was it for you? Did you enjoy this session? Let me know. I always love to hear your feedback, and I always like to leave opportunities for you to share what's on your heart, your gratitude, stuff like that. Because I know some of you guys feel weird to send me a personal note, which I understand. Sometimes it feels weird. So I just want you to have that space to share anything that you feel called to share, anything that you'd like to let me know. I like to have that space for you to do that, and then I'll read all of that after. As well, and as well as now. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Thank you for becoming the best version of you. If you haven't followed me on my YouTube yet, subscribe to my YouTube. Yeah, I wanted to grow on YouTube right now because I think that's where I feel the most aligned with at the moment. You can follow me on my Instagram at TinaWong000. I'm not on there at the moment, but I will be occasionally, I think, in the future. But I think the best place for you to connect with me is going to be on my YouTube channel. Okay? So if you want to connect with that, that would be great. And as I promised, I will invite you through email. Any type of invitations to join the community when it is ready, because I feel like creating a community is a very big responsibility, and I wanted to make sure I am following the instruction accordingly. Okay, so give me some time for that. So check your emails. Make sure that don't put my email in the spam, okay? Put it in the primary so I can send you emails and stuff. Okay. Carolyn, why is it so hard to let go of my old self? I feel like I'm abandoning her during the activation. Yeah. It's Coraline, anyone who feels like this, is what you define as yourself. Most of us, we define ourselves as who we used to be, who we've always been. Okay? And guess what? You operate in life and you get the results and you create a reality based on how you define yourself, how you define your identity. Okay? The identity of a relaxed, lucky, beautiful, flowy person, the reality is going to be very different from the identity of someone who thinks of themselves as, I need to struggle, bad things happen to me, right? I am insecure. So I like you to feel into the resistance of letting go. There's always a resistance because there's an attachment. We like the comfy blanket, okay, because it's something that we're used to. There are people, have you ever been or know someone who keeps on manifesting toxic relationships and partners? You think they want to, like consciously? They're like, oh yeah, I like the toxic people, come on through. I like to suffer. No, it's because there's a part of them that being in toxic relations is familiar. Do you understand? And sometimes the familiarity comes from parents, family, where maybe we grew up in dysfunctional family where there's a lot of toxicity. And we're used to that, even though we don't prefer it, but there is a familiarity. So we manifest that in friendship and relationships. So we are creatures of habit and familiarity. That is the part of the ego. The work that we do here is to let go of what is running on repeat. And we say, no, remember the no? No, I don't have tolerance for that. What I want is this. So I focus on this. Okay, your job is to stop the running loop, okay, and focus on being and manifesting the person that you're here to be. Okay, so that's why I recommend, if you're into anything like that, True Transformation Mastery, that course I have, the Becoming. Okay, the Becoming. And I'll give you guys a special as well. For those of you who are here today, and if you want to join the Becoming, I'll give you I'll email it out, but I'll do something very special for you. For those of you who want to sign up today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a one-on-one session with me. And my one-on-one session right now is $1,111, which is $1,111. So for those of you, for anyone who choose to be in the Becoming, it will change your life. And I want you to go through the course. And at the end, I'm going to give you that one-on-one full-on session with me. Okay? So for those of you who are interested, definitely check your email. I'll send you it after, or you can message me on email team@mytruealignment.com, and I'll be sure to get that to you. Okay? All right. Let's see who else is here. Oh, Ty, love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep, you are so welcome, everybody. iPhone is asking, why was it so hard to see during the portal with the third eye? Just, yeah. Sometimes we're not used to seeing with our true eye. That's all, you know? A lot of us, it's a practice, right? It's like, you know, have you ever been on the phone so much? And everyone's like, yeah. You've been on the phone so much and so close, and then when you look far away, it's blurry. Has anyone ever experienced that, right? It's like that. It's like you're so used to practice close, nearsighted type of seeing, but you're not used to practice looking at something far away, okay? So similar analogy. A lot of us, we were not taught to use our inner vision. We're like, oh, see for what it is. This is what's happening to you. Okay, that's what I see. This is my reality. Okay, that's what I see. This is my bank account. Okay, that's what I see. But you need to develop the ability to see beyond that, right? You need to, that's your intuition. That's your inner sight. That's your inner vision. That's a whole world in there. So what this is saying is that spend more time inside. Spend more time with your inner world. And don't beat yourself up for it, you know? It's just practice, like riding a bike, you know? Just, you'll become so good at it. Okay. Oh, tears were flowing. Yeah, allowing it to release. Anita, how can I grow spiritually even more? Know thyself, Anita. Decide to understand what is spirituality. What is the real world? Again, spirituality is, who are you? What's I? How do you define I? I, who are you? Oh, I am flesh and bone. I am this name. I am where I'm from. I am this. If you identify with the flesh and bones, with the ego, with the whatever it is, then that's not spirituality. That's the material world. So the more you identify being an infinite spirit, the more you understand that this world is not real. It's a reflection. When you understand that it is a shadow, it's not an opinion, it's a fact, it's a deep knowing. Once you get there, that is naturally spiritual growth, because you understand what matters. You understand your thought create your reality. You understand your power of creation. You realize that nothing is random. Spirituality is ignoring, okay, everything and everyone says how life's supposed to be, and following your inner truth and inner compass. I hope that helps. Yeah. How do I know which direction where I am at to move, but stay in this town or move back? Oh, you ask yourself, what feels more exciting? You can ask, you have to know how to reframe the question, okay? So you can reframe the question of, if it's guaranteed to happen, if this thing is guaranteed, 100% it's gonna happen, and everything's gonna be good. No one's gonna be angry at me. I'm not gonna be feeling bad about it. Like, everything is good. I'm gonna feel good about this, everything. Everyone's gonna support me, and this is guaranteed to happen. What would it be? Okay? If the thing is guaranteed to happen, no one's angry at you, you're not feeling bad in any sort of way, everything is great, which would you choose? And that is your truth. Okay? Fear will have you go back and forth. It will tell you to be reason and logic and all of that. But we need to operate from the heart. Be brave. Right? Okay. Okay. All right, my love. I hope I served you today. I hope you received everything that you are meant to receive. I love you all very, very much. Stick around, please. And like I said, I think the most important thing is to be connected with me on YouTube. Subscribe. And also, be connected with me on email, okay? Because I think I'm going back old school and gonna send you guys some emails, and sometimes it shows up in the spam and people are like, I don't get your email. Please check right now and just move the email from team@mytruealignment.com into your primary inbox, so you get my emails, you get my updates, and you get invitations to go where we are meant to go next. Okay. All right, guys. Love you all. Have a wonderful day. Happy 11/11.